So quick reminder on the rollout. Starting 1st of September 2026, e-invoicing becomes mandatory for large and mid-sized companies. Then a year later, on 1st of September 2027, it will apply to SMEs and micro businesses as well. So yeah, things are moving forward and they are moving fast. France is clearly committed to this digital shift, and when you look at the potential benefits, it makes sense. Less VAT fraud, billions in savings, and a smoother, more transparent systems for everyone involved. So we've got a lot to cover today, from legal frameworks to tech solutions. And I'm joined by two fantastic experts who are going to walk us through all of it, Sultan and Davut. I'm going to introduce them later again. All right, to really understand what's happening in France, we first need to look at the bigger European picture. So there is a legal and technical foundation behind this whole reform, and it didn't start yesterday. So let me turn to someone who has been closely following these developments, Sultan. She's our e-compliance consultant and the go-to person when it comes to regulations, directives, and how countries actually implement them. So, Sultan, could you give us some informations for beginning, actually?
First of all, thank you, Ayça. I'm happy to be here again for a new webinar. So let's go back to 2014 when the EU passed the 2014-55 EU directive. This was a real turning point in digital tax policy. So what it did was make electronic invoicing mandatory for all public procurement transactions, that is B2G or business to government. So if a company wanted to invoice a public institution, no more PDFs, no more printed invoices. It had to be a structured digital format. So the goal was clear actually here to standardize invoicing process across the EU public sector, cut down on paperwork and administrative overhead, make cross-border trade easier, and of course reduce fraud. But beyond that, this directive set the legal groundwork for expanding electronic invoicing into the private sector, which is what we are seeing today.
So now we have got a clear picture of the legal framework and why this reform is happening. But of course, there is also a technical side to all of this. What's the system that holds this regulation together? What do the data formats look like? What kind of validation rules are in play? And how exactly is each e-invoice structure behind of the scenes? To walk us through all of that again. And now I'm handing it over to Davut. He's our e-invoice expert and someone who really knows the nuts and bolts of how this all works. So, Davut. Hello,
Hi
Davut.
Ayça. Yeah, hi. Thank you, Ayça. So here's the thing: for e-invoicing to actually works across different countries and systems in Europe, there had to be one common language, right? That's where EN 16931 comes in. Think of it as a technical blueprint for e-invoices across the EU. People usually call it the European norm, and what it does, it's super important. It sets the core structure every invoice needs, like the invoice ID, invoice date, issue date, VAT details, totals, etc. It lays out the business rules so systems in different countries can understand each other. And it defines the accepted formats like UBL 2.1, CII, and FactorX. Basically, this was the first time Europe said, let's all speak the same e-invoice language. And that standardization, that's exactly what makes cross-border e-invoicing even possible today. But the EU didn't stop there. They have got something even more ambitious lined up. It's called ViDA, What in Digital Age. ViDA is a full-on proposal from the European Commission, and it takes things to the next level. So it shifts the spotlight from just B2G to B2B transactions. Well, it plans to make structured invoicing mandatory for all intra-EU B2B invoices. And here's the big one. It introduces real-time or near real-time VAT reporting. That means tax authorities won't be waiting for quarterly returns anymore. They will see the data as it happens. In the end, ViDA is setting the stage for a fully digital, unified VAT systems across Europe.
So, if you connect the dots, we have got a legal foundation with 2014/55/EU and a technical backbone through EN 16931 and a forward-looking pan-European vision through ViDA, and France is taking this very seriously. They are not just aligned, they are actually leading the charge by bringing ViDA principles into their national system early, right?
Yeah, exactly, Ayça. And when you are compliant with ViDA, 2014/55 EU and EN 16931, you are not just ticking a box for France. You are actually building future-proof readiness for invoicing on a global scale. Whether you are dealing with European governments, cross-border suppliers, or expanding your ERP internationally, this structure keeps you aligned, efficient, and one step ahead.
Ah, perfect. Thank you, Sultan. So now that we have explored the what and why behind the regulation, let's talk about how it all works in practice. So, and that brings us to Peppol, the network that makes digital e-invoicing really move. Davut, so I'm coming to you for this one. Be ready. But so far, we have looked at the regulations and technical backbone behind them. But how does all this actually move? So let's shift focus on the most important enablers of ViDA's compliance. Peppol. Davut, so can you break down what Peppol is and why it plays such a big role in all of this?
Sure, absolutely, Ayça. Peppol stands for Pan-European Public Procurement Online. Originally, it was designed to help with public sector procurement, basically B2G transactions across Europe. But it's grown way beyond that now. Today, Peppol is a global framework, and it lets businesses exchange structured documents securely and instantly. Things like e-invoices, other confirmations, dispatch advices. And the best part, it all happens in real time. No delays, no mess, just smooth, instant document exchange between systems, even across borders. It sounds perfect, right?
And just to clarify, Peppol is not a software or a single platform. It's an interoperability network. Think of it as a secure highway made up of certified access points. Everyone connects using the same rules, so businesses can exchange compliant documents across different systems, industries, and countries with minimal integration hassle. And that's it.
That standardization sounds powerful, and I know Peppol Biz 3.0 XML is a big part of that, right, Davut?
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about Peppol Biz 3.0. That's the official format used on the Peppol network. And the cool part is it's fully aligned with EN 16931. So what does that mean in practice? Basically, if you are sending invoices through Peppol, you are already compliant with European standards, including both ViDA and 2014/15/EU directive. So no extra work, no extra steps. You are just already in the clear. And here's where it gets even better. Once you are connected to a Peppol certified provider, you get instant access to a whole network that spans over 40 countries. Some pretty major players are already on board. First, France, using Peppol as the backbone of its five-corner model. Second, Belgium, rolling it out through their Mercurius platform. Germany is also aligning their infrastructure with Peppol. And then there is Norway, Sweden, Denmark, even Singapore and Australia. So yeah, this isn't just a European thing anymore. Peppol has gone global.
And in Europe especially, Peppol has become the go-to infrastructure for ViDA style reforms because countries like France, Belgium, Germany, and the Nordics all rely on EN 16931 and Peppol-based format. Invoices sent from one country can be processed and validated in another with ease. So in short, cross-border invoicing is no longer a dream. It's operational reality now.
And what does that mean for businesses tuning in today? Like, it's pretty clear. Yes, you can you connect once and gain global access. You become compliant not just in France but across the EU, and you are using a secure, scalable system that's built for long-term sustainability, right?
And let's not forget, by the end of 2025, France will become an official Peppol authority.
Mm-hmm.
This means that they will manage national certification and governance. All PDPs, PDP means Partner Dematerialization Platform, PDPs in France will be required to support Peppol. And the entire five-corner e-invoicing model will be built on Peppol.
And so the bottom line is simple. Peppol is no longer optional. It has become the de facto global standard for structured, compliant invoicing. And if your business isn't there yet, now is the time to make the move.
Great insights. Thank you both. Now that we understand what Peppol is and why it matters globally, let's talk about how it's actually implemented. There are two key models you will hear about in this space, and they sound technical, but I promise they're easy to understand. The four-corner model and five-corner model. They're so important. So, Davut, let's start with the fourth corner setup. Can you walk us through it, please?
Yes, sure, Ayça. Let's break down the traditional four-corner model first. This is the original architecture behind how Peppol works. It's super straightforward. We have got four players in this model. As the first one, the sender, the one issuing the invoice, and the second one is the sender's access point. The next one, the receiver's access point. The last but not least, receiver, who receives and processes the invoice. Each party connects to their own certified Peppol access point. And from there, the document flows securely, directly, and without any detours from sender to receiver. It's fully decentralized, which means no central authority is holding or routing the data. And the best part, it's been working smoothly for years, not just for B2G transactions, but B2B ones too, all across Europe and even globally.
But with ViDA, and especially in countries like France, there is now a fifth player added to the mix, the tax authority. This is where the five-corner model comes in.
Nice.
Yeah, Sultan, exactly. Well, in the five-corner model, the basic flow is still the same with the four-corner model. The sender sends the invoice. It goes through their access point, or PDP in France case. Then it's routed to the receiver's access point, and finally to the receiver. But here is a twist. Now there's a fifth corner here. A copy of the invoice data is also sent directly to the tax authority. Depending on the country, that copy must be used for validation or just for record keeping. And this extra steps changed everything because now Peppol isn't just about sending document. It's also helping companies stay compliant with tax regulations in real time. So yeah, it's not just about transportation anymore. It's about compliance too.
So, and the beauty of this, I think it allows for real-time or near real-time VAT reporting without disrupting the business transaction itself. France national platform, the PPF or Portal Public, the facturation is built entirely on this five-corner model. It's one of the most advanced implementations of this setup in the EU.
And from a government perspective, Ayça, it's a huge leap forward. The five-corner model helps reduce VAT fraud, automate VAT collection, and still protects the privacy and autonomy of business-to-business transactions. It is smart compliance without micromanagement.
Oh, thank you, Sultan. So let's take what we have just learned and see how France puts it into practice. Sultan, can you walk us through how this national system is structured?
Definitely. France has built a clear and scalable ecosystem with three main components. The first one is PPFs, the central public platform that collects invoice data and reporting information. And the second one is the PDPs, the stands for Partner Dematerialization Platforms. These are certified private platforms that handle invoice exchange and ensure compliance. And the third one and the last one, the directory. This is essentially the routing database that links each company's unique business ID, their SIREN or SIRET to their registered PDP. So when you send or you receive an invoice, the system knows exactly where to send it and how to process it.
Yes, Sultan. So let's talk about how PDPs play a central role in making the whole system work smoothly. They're honestly the unsung heroes of the whole system. Behind the scenes, they're doing a lot of heavy lifting. First, they convert invoices into structured formats like FactorX, UBL, or CII. Then they validate the data, make sure everything's correct, and route it to the right place. They also report invoice metadata to PPF, and they do it all in real time. Plus, they make sure every single transaction is fully compliant with both EN 16931 and Peppol BIS standards. And they even handle interoperability with other PPS. So yeah, they are kind of doing everything. So as the amazing part, it all happens seamlessly in real time, no delays, no manual steps, just pure automation.
And here's a critical point. If you are operating in France, you must use a PDP, even if you are only receiving invoices. It is a requirement for compliance. There is no bypassing it.
And that's where the directory comes into play, right? It ensures that every invoice is sent to the right PDP using the company's SIREN or SIRET number as the unique identifier. That way, there are no delivery errors, and it helps maintain a solid audit trail, which is key for both businesses and authorities. So, okay, we have covered the why and the how, but let's get to the part that probably matters most to our audience right now. What exactly do businesses need to do, and by when? Sultan, I'm coming to you again. Can you explain us the official rollout timeline and responsibilities?
Of course, Ayça, you are always welcome. And let's keep it straightforward. By September 1st, 2026, two things need to happen. First one, all businesses in France must be able to receive structured invoices. And the second one, large and mid-sized companies, let's say SMEs, must also be able to issue invoices and perform real-time reporting to the tax authority. Then 1 year later, by September 1st, 2026, 27, SMEs and micro enterprises will also need to comply with invoicing and reporting requirements. So the clock is ticking, and depending on your company size, you will either need to act now or very soon.
Thank you, Sultan. So now let's talk about what compliance actually means in practice. Dawood, what invoice formats are businesses expected to use?
Yeah, Ayça, that's a great point. And here's the thing, not just any formats will do. The French tax authority has a list of approved formats, and they have all been carefully chosen to meet legal, technical, and semantic standards. Let's go through them real quick. First, Factorix. This one's super versatile, and it's a hybrid format. That means it's a PDF you can read, and it has an XML layer inside that machines can process. It's based on EN 16931, and it's especially handy for SMEs who are still getting to use digital workflows. It supports both manual and automated processing, so it's great. It's great during that transition phase. And we have also UBL 2.1 that stands for Universal Business Language. It's widely adopted across Europe and works really well for cross-border invoicing. Simple, effective, and EU-friendly. Next one is UN CEFACT CII. This one's more advanced, the cross-industrial invoice format. It's designed for complex B2B transactions, especially useful for large enterprises or multinational operations where there's a lot of structured data flying around. And we have also Peppol BIS 3.0 XML format. This is the native Peppol format, and it's a big deal. It's fully EN 16931 compliant, globally recognized, and already mandatory in several countries, rolling out ViDA-style invoicing systems. The fact, this one is a bit old school, but still hanging on, especially in the manufacturing and logistics, where older ERP systems are still in use. All of these formats are approved by the French tax authority, and there's a reason for that. They ensure semantic accuracy, data consistency, and full alignment with both ViDA and the 2014-55 EU directive.
So once you are issuing invoices in one of these approved formats, you are on the right track. But there is one last thing, right?
Yes, you're right, Ayça. And it's easy to overlook storage. You must store all invoices electronically for 10 years, and they must be kept in a compliant e-archiving systems. This ensures full audibility and legal validity if and when the authorities comes knocking.
Okay, thank you so much. So to sum it up, know your deadline, 2026 or 2027, depending on your size. Use one of the authorized formats and make sure your invoices are stored properly. All right. For next, we are shifting focus from rules to real solutions. Let's talk about what Melisoft offers to help make all of this easier inside SAP. Starting with the outbound cockpit, actually. Okay, thank you so much, Davut. So to sum it up, now your deadline 2026 or 2027, depending on your size. Use one of the authorized formats and make sure your invoices are stored properly. Okay, so now let's talk about how Melisoft helps make all this compliance a whole lot easier, especially inside SAP. We have developed a powerful suite of tools to simplify invoicing, and at the center of it is our SAP Add-On. Let's begin with the outbound cockpit, which handles all your outgoing invoice workflows. Though for technical side, like again, as our SAP invoicing expert, could you walk us through what the outbound cockpit does and why it matters?
Absolutely, Ayça. Think of the Melisoft SAP Outbound Cockpit as your central control tower for everything related to outgoing invoices in SAP. What does it do? So normally, if you want to send an invoice through SAP, you have to jump between several screens just to convert it into an e-invoice format, send it to the tax authority, email it to the customer, and then manually checks its status. It's time consuming and honestly a bit messy. The outbound cockpit brings all of that info once into one single screen where you can do everything just just a few clicks. So how does it work? As soon as an invoice is generated in SAP, whether it's from SD, FI, or MM, it can be from different modules. It automatically appears in the cockpit. From there, you can view the invoice in PDF, XML, or HTML formats. You can send it by email directly to the customer and submit it to the government portal in just one step. So you can even fully automate the sending process, so invoices go out as soon as they are created with no manual work at all. So in terms of real-time tracking and error visibility, you get live status updates pulled directly from the tax authority portal. And if anything goes wrong, the cockpit shows detailed error messages and system logs, so you or your team can resolve issues quickly without calling IT every time. Well, you can also manage attachments and authorization control, sending supporting documents, no problem. You can attach additional files to the invoice as long as they meet portal size limits before you hit send. And to keep things secure, we have authorization layers built in. Users only see the invoices they are allowed to access, keeping sensitive data in the right hands. So in short, the outbound cockpit lets you work faster, reduce errors, and stay fully compliant. That's all within SAP. It's a smoother, smarter way to manage outbound invoicing.
Okay, thank you so much, Davut. That was a great deep dive into the outbound side. Now let's flip it around and talk inbound, of course, because receiving invoices is just as important as sending them. So, Sultan, I know you have worked closely with finance teams on this side of the process. Can you explain us how the inbound cockpit helps streamline things?
Absolutely, Ayça. Let's talk about something that most companies struggle with, incoming invoices. If you are anything like most businesses, you are probably getting dozens, maybe even hundreds of e-invoices from different suppliers every month. And managing all of that, well, it's kind of a mess, yes. First, someone has to download the files, then they need to figure out who should receive which invoice. Next, it is time to upload everything into SAP, and after that, you are probably keeping track manually of who has seen what, and it takes a lot of time, really. And let's be honest, it leaves plenty of room for mistakes. And so what does the inbound cockpit offer? The Melisoft inbound cockpit brings all your incoming invoices into a single SAP screen. No switching tabs, no chasing folders. And from there, you can view invoices in PDF or XML format, download them individual or in bulk, highlight certain invoice types like travel or fuel using custom colors, so it is easy to spot patterns, and automatically forward invoices to the right people via email. And it is like giving your accounts payable team X-ray vision and extra set of hands. And when it comes to VIM integration, VIM integration, if you are using SAP Vendor Invoice Management, I have great news for you. The cockpit can send incoming invoices directly into your VIM workflows, full automated. No manual upload, no dragging files around, just clean, seamless flow from inbox to approval. And also seamless SAP integration. And because it is built for SAP, the cockpit connects directly to the screens like Miro and FB60. So you can go from viewing to processing in just one click. No screen hopping, no extra steps.
Mhm.
And the goal here is simple actually, Ayça. Give your team control, visibility, and speed when it comes to incoming invoices without adding complexity.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much, Sultan. That really showed how smooth inbound processing can be. And now, Dawood, I keep hearing about the Melisoft framework as a kind of hidden engine behind everything. Can you tell us a bit more about it? What's the rationale behind this tool, and why is it such a game changer?
Yeah, sure. Of course, Ayça. Let me introduce what is probably the most innovative part of our entire solution suite, the Melisoft framework. And don't worry, I will keep it clear enough for anyone to follow, even if you are not a technical. Let's
Thank
start
you.
with the challenge. Yeah, if you have ever worked with invoicing in SAP, you probably know how tricky data mapping can get. You have got invoice data sitting across SAP modules like SD, MM, or FI, and you need to convert it into a specific XML format that meets all the legal rules. Usually that means custom ABAP coding. So every time there's a new requirement, like adding fields or changing the structure, it turns into a whole project. You need developer time. You go through testing cycles. You spend more budget. It's slow. It's rigid, and let's be honest, it's not agile.
Mhm.
This is where the Melisoft framework flips in the game. With our tool, you don't need to write a single line of code. Instead, we give you a visual interface that you can see your SAP invoice fields, see the target XML fields, and match them side by side using drop downs or simple drag and drop. It's very easy to use. It's intuitive, it's visual, and it puts you in control, not your ABAP team. Uh, who can actually use it if you ask it. Here's the beauty of it. You don't have to be a developer. Your internal SAP support team can manage mappings. Even finance users or business users can jump in. No dev ticket required. It's all about empowering teams to take charge of their own processes. And what about setup and support part? We have made installation as smooth as it gets. If you are the hands-on type, we have got you covered with clear install guides, step-by-step user manuals, full support documentation. If you prefer to have someone guide you through it, our Melisoft consultants are ready to help from the first install to your final field mapping. So in short, the Melisoft framework is what makes your SAP invoicing setup truly flexible. No more waiting on IT, no more cost change requests. Just a small visual way to adapt your mappings as your business evolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So it was great explanation. Now that we have seen how the SAP add-on makes life easier inside your ERP, it's time to shift gears a bit. Now let's talk about something bigger. Our second flagship solution, the Melisoft portal. This one seems to go beyond SAP and touches many layers of invoicing and compliance. Sultan, can you give us a high-level view? What should people really know about the portal, our Melisoft portal?
Absolutely, Aisha. So let me put it this way. The Melisoft portal is not just an invoicing tool. It is a global AI-powered compliance platform designed for companies operating across multiple countries, industries, and ERP systems. Here is what it brings to the table. You can create, send, receive, and track invoices globally. It integrates with major ERPs, SAP, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, and Odoo. It helps you to stay compliant with country-specific invoicing mandates. You can use AI-powered tools to convert documents smartly, and it is fully flexible. Deploy it on the cloud, on-prem, or in a hybrid setup. So what is the bonus? You can even offer it under your own brand with white labeling. Sorry. So it is not just a portal. It is a complete invoicing ecosystem from cockpit to compliance. And I can say that it is also designed for all business types. You know what really makes it stand out? Actually, it is designed to support every kind of business, no matter the size or setup. And for the freelancers and startups, if you get a super simple way to create invoice with our Melisoft portal. No technical stuff to figure out, just plug and play. And for small and medium-sized businesses, it is all about automation, actually, flexibility in formats, and having a clear view of what is going on. And for the enterprises, you've got a deep ERP integration. It handles big volumes easily, and it is fully compliant across borders. And for your partners and resellers, it's a multi-tenant platform that is white label ready, meaning you can even offer it under your own brand. So whether you are just starting out or running invoices flows across different countries, Melisoft Portal grows with you here.
Yes,
Thank you.
exactly, Sultan. We have seen companies in fintech, manufacturing, logistics, and even public sector suppliers use Melisoft Portal as the foundation of their digital invoicing strategy. Because when it comes to adapting to multiple mandates, formats, and workflows, this platforms takes care of the heavy lifting.
Yes, Dawood. And here is something that's a game changer. Also, Portal is a certified Peppol access point. That means you can send and receive invoices directly through the Peppol network. No need for third-party gateways or integrations. This fully supports both for four-corner and five-corner Peppol models. So it is Peppol-BIS compliant. It aligns with all EU and ViDA related regulations. For businesses looking to expand across the EU, this removes friction entirely. You connect once and you are ready to operate across borders. And that's it.
Yeah, so one of the features people really love in the Melisoft portal is the dual cockpit system. It's clean, simple, and super efficient. You get two main views. First, there is the outbound cockpit. This is where you manage all the invoices you have sent. You can filter by status, country, and format. Super helpful when you are juggling different tax rules or invoicing models across regions. Then there's the inbound cockpit. This is where all your incoming supplier invoices land. And here's the cool part. You get a PDF preview and an XML preview right there in the interface. As the best part, your finance team can handle both sides of invoicing, outbound and inbound, from one place. No switching between different systems, no data silos, just one streamlined flow. It saves time, reduces errors, and makes the whole process a lot more consistent for you.
Okay. Thank you both. That was a lot of value packed into just a few minutes. So just to summarize, the Melisoft portal is your one-stop solution for global, compliant AI enabled invoicing. It integrates with the tools you already use, supports every business's model, and makes Peppol access and compliance seamless. Sound like the kind of platform that doesn't just support transformation but accelerates it. Now let's talk about something that really shows the power of intelligent automation. I'm sorry, automation. Sultan, can you tell us what exactly is Mela AI? and how does it help companies go beyond manual invoice handling?
Of course, Ayça, thank you. Let me introduce you to Mela AI, our intelligent document processor. It is designed to take the most repetitive and error-prone part of invoicing and automate it entirely. Here is what it does. It uses advanced OCR to scan PDFs, images, and even email-based invoices. It then automatically converts that unstructured data into a clean, structured XML. And then finally, it delivers the data straight into your ERP system or directly to your government tax portals. So no more manual typing, no more data loss, just fast, accurate transformation powered by AI.
Yeah, Sultan, exactly. And when we say it saves time, we are talking about real impact. In actual customer projects, we have seen Mela AI save hundreds of hours per year by eliminating repetitive data entry and reducing back and forth validations. That's not just about efficiency, that's about letting your team focus on what really matters for you. Yeah.
Okay, so we have handled the data, and now let's talk about sending invoices. Sultan, can you reply for me? What makes Melisoft portal flexible when it comes to different countries and formats?
Yeah, great question, Ayça. One of the most powerful features of Melisoft Portal is that you can actually create your invoices manually right inside the platform, and then you simply select the output format you need, whether it is Peppol Bis, Extrahnung, Zugfahrt, UBL, or even country-specific schemas. Once it is ready, you can send the invoice through Peppol or directly to the government's official platform. And yes, all of this comes with built-in compliance validation and logging, so you are always covered.
So now here's something that often gets overlooked. But by the way, thank you so much, Sultan, because I have many questions in my mind. So compliance doesn't end after you send an invoice. In fact, that's just the beginning in many countries. Sultan, again, I need to ask to you, how does Melisoft help with this?
That's a really important point, Ayça. Melisoft Portal includes built-in archiving and audit trail tools. So you are not just sending, you are also staying ready for inspection at any time. Our system is aligned with legal requirements in countries like Germany, France, Romania, Malaysia, Turkey, Belgium, and most of the European countries, and so on. And all your documents are stored securely, encrypted, and fully searchable, so you are always compliance ready.
Nice. So, okay, so we have scanned, converted, sent, and stored. Great. But how do you keep track of everything? What kind of visibility does Melisoft provide?
I'm glad you asked this point. The portal features a real-time dashboard that gives you a full overview of your invoicing activity. You can track total invoice volumes, status by country, errors, delays, or pending actions, and set your own custom KPIs based on your internal goals.
Yeah, Sultan, and this is where it gets exciting. It's not just a wall of numbers, it's actionable insight. With this dashboard, finance and compliance teams can spot risk early, resolve issues faster, and even improve performance over time. Yeah.
So let's wrap up with something every multinational company wants to hear. Global coverage with local compliance. Sultan, where is Melisoft portal currently active? Which country or which countries?
We currently support invoicing in more than 40 countries and we are expanding fast. So some of the key markets we cover include Germany, France, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, Romania, Poland, Turkey, Malaysia, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, Mexico, and so on and more. Of course, it is not just about sending invoices. We support multi-language and multi-currency, local archiving laws, direct government platform integrations, full compliance with EN 16931, 2014-55 EU directive, and the upcoming ViDA directive. And we are ISO 27001 certified, so your data stays secure here.
Yeah, thanks, Sultan. So wherever your business operates, whether it's Europe, Asia, or the Middle East, Melisoft portal is already there, fully prepared for the local rules and requirements. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Sultan. Thank you, Davut. That was a great overview of the key capabilities of our platform, our Melisoft platform. And for those of you watching, if you are thinking about streamlining your invoicing, staying ahead of compliance and scaling globally without the headaches, actually, because Melisoft portal is built for exactly that. All right, we have talked about features, real world use cases, and how Melisoft helps you stay compliant. Now, let's move on to some of the top questions we regularly hear from our clients and partners. These are practical, direct, and very relevant for anyone considering the solution. So, let's jump right in. Okay, the first question is can Melisoft Portal be used together with the Melisoft SAP add-on? Sultan, can you explain us?
Of
I
course,
was looking
I
at the
can
question,
answer.
that's why.
Oh, that's okay, no problem. Just feel free. Great starting point, actually. The answer is yes, absolutely. When used together, Melisoft Portal and the SAP add-on are fully integrated. This gives you a seamless flow from invoice creation inside SAP all the way to international delivery and compliance validation. But here is what is great. You don't have to use both if you don't want to. You can use just the portal if you want a cloud-based multi-ERP solution that works across regions, or just SAP add-on if you prefer to work directly within SAP with local compliance built in. This modular approach gives you full flexibility, so you can scale based on your needs, not your constraints.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much. So let's get into standards. Something our legal and IT friends always ask about. Um, okay, what international standards does Melisoft Portal comply with? Davut, can you explain us, please? Can you answer this
Yeah,
question for us?
sure, Ayça. I'm glad you asked that. Melisoft portal is fully aligned with EN 16931 and 2014 55 EU standards and the upcoming ViDA V18 Digital Age regulation. On top of that, the platform is ISO 27001 certified, ensuring your data is handled with the highest standards of information security. So whether you are working across Europe or preparing for ViDA, you are covered. No worries, no worries.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So we are almost at the end of today's session. Thank you so much for being with us. We hope it's now clear how Melisoft Portal can support your invoicing and compliance needs across different markets, file formats, and regulations. If you are interested in any of the following, a live product demo, a technical deep dive with your IT team, or exploring a white label partnership, please don't hesitate to reach out us. We will also be following up with an email that includes useful links, documentations, and personalized offers. And as we have seen today, the Melisoft SAP e-invoice add-on package helps you manage outgoing invoices clearly and automatically, handle incoming invoices in one place with full control, Map invoice files to XML without writing a single line of code. And all natively inside SAP with initiative screens and strict user permissions. And additionally, our expert team is ready to support you with installation and mapping setup. And I think finally you will receive all the necessary documentation and user guides right out of the box. Yeah, I think we are done. Thank you so much. Thank you all sincerely for joining our webinar today. I hope the information we shared has been valuable and inspiring for you. What matters most to us is putting what we have learned here into practice and growing together. As always, your feedback is incredibly important to us. Please don't please don't hesitate to stay in touch. I'm so sorry. And wishing you health and continued success. And I look forward to seeing you again our next event. And take care. And thank you, Sultan, and thank you, Davut.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure. I thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining us today. Have a nice day.
Have
Bye
a
bye.
See
nice
you on
day,
the next
all.
webinar then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see
see you.
you.